We walk around pretending we're all grown up. Hey rich girls, what can you tell me? Why you're so stuck up and act so down? I tell you everything I know, any little thing I know.
We're here at the UPC boutique located on Cumberland Street here in Yorkville to meet with the one and only Taddeo specifically. Where do you get your inspiration for when you do your menswear collection?
Well, I guess menswear for me, I mean, it sort of stems from myself primarily. Like most of like our basics and like the really great cuts, most of them I've developed either on myself, funnily enough, because you know that's what I wanted to wear.
So you would say that it's actually a direct like extension of your own personality? Yeah,
definitely. For the menswear, for sure. I mean, but now, I mean, you have to understand, you know, as you know, I get older, you know, sometimes I raise the lines a bit, or, you know, and then on those wild nights, you know, I drop them. So.
Yeah, I've noticed some unique detailing, especially on the back of some of your pieces. Like it has that almost like, I wouldn't really call it the ripped look, but it's something very, very unique.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to find an amazing linen and it just deconstructed beautifully. So we figured we would just use it to our advantage.
Yeah, I used that particular piece in the shoot as well, and it looked absolutely stunning. Like just a subtle detail, because in the front it just looks like a regular tank, but then it's just at the extra edge, which I thought was really, really beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, having grown up in Montreal and obviously selling your brand here in Toronto amongst other places, how would you compare the menswear scene in Montreal versus Toronto?
You know, I think Montreal, it's a little bit easier for people to be a little bit more risque.
Okay.
Just in general terms, I mean, I think Montreal is a little more, well, I guess you could say Toronto's a little bit more conservative than Montreal. But
I totally agree with you.
It's not like a bad thing, you know, they both have beautiful attributes to it, so.
Yeah, it's something that I've learned as well, but Montreal definitely seems to be more European, very more adventurous when it comes to their aesthetic in terms of, for flair, they're more confident, I believe.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, Montrealers don't hesitate, that's for sure. You know, like they'll just throw it on because they feel like throwing it on.
Okay.
You know, and, you know, maybe, well, yeah, that's all I did there.
You're gonna be politically correct because you don't want to bash Toronto on camera. Let's be honest.
You know, I mean, I love coming to Toronto, and you know, we have. I mean, actually, Toronto is the only stockist of our menswear in Canada. So, so it's amazing to see that it's moving so well, and you know, there's something really happening in Toronto, and there's something happening in Montreal, but now it's happening in Toronto, and people want to be different. They want to be unique and wear great tank tops because they've got great bodies, or they have great personalities, or whatever.
I'm working on the great body. Been hitting the gym recently. I'm just like, you know, tucking it in.
It's all good. That's why I developed this cut right here. I didn't have to pump it.
See, this is the difference. Tank top here and blazer here. It hides the curves and the love handles.
You know, but I mean, there's so many different ways to wear the tank tops.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you want to get really fitted and juicy, you know, you wear an extra small. But if you're feeling like a little bit lighter, you can wear the same cut in a larger size and just have like more freedom, and you can wear your blazer over it, have a nice drape. You know, it's personally, I think it's very versatile, even just within one specific style.
That's very true. Now, having launched your own brand, I want to talk about basically the business aesthetic. There are a lot of people in this city who are looking to do something very similar to what you've done in various elements of life. What would be some of the key pointers that you would say to somebody who's looking to get into the fashion world or looking to launch their own line? What would be some of the learning things that you've encountered thus far?
Well, you know, you just have to stay true to yourself, number one, you know, and just focus, work hard, and just don't give up, you know? I mean, work with what you know, and just grow slowly, you know? You can't expect to blow up overnight. I mean, especially if you're going to be doing it yourself, you know, and you're financing your own gig and stuff like that, then you really just have to be patient and listen to the customer, you know, because they're the ones that are are the determining factor whether you're going forward or not.
One question I wanted to ask you, you may not necessarily have the answer to this, but is there like some kind of a government subsidy that allows for people like yourself who are up and coming, looking to launch their own business, to get some kind of support, or did you do it literally just on your own terms and through your own connections? Was that how you went about it?
Yeah, I mean, we did it on our own terms through our own connections, but you know, I mean, like there's lots of organizations that you can go to, like the Fashion Incubator here in Toronto, La Créateur in La Créative. In Montreal, you know, I mean, you can apply for business grants and stuff like that, but you gotta know what you're doing.
For sure. That's amazing. And coming up with coming up seasons, what are some things that we can definitely look forward from you coming forward? With respect to menswear, I think women have enough as it is, but I'm curious to see what's coming forward.
Menswear, I think, you know, for fall winter we're focusing on still like very clean lines, basics, probably some onesies coming up.
Okay.
Stuff that you can really just layer with, create really nice angles, depth. We're in a very midnighty feel, so there's going to be some deep colors and well, mainly black and midnight blues and stuff like that. But you know, keep it clean, keep it simple, and then have a couple fun pieces to, you know,
edge it up a little
bit. You know, I mean, we all want to have fun every now and then. So
that's amazing. And one last question: are you planning to show at Fashion Week next season?
I don't know. I mean, for us, it just has to be the right timing. You know?
Fair enough.
So, when we're ready, we'll do it, and
just let me know so I can be in attendance, because I'd love to be there. Thank you so much for taking the time, and thank you for joining us.